Hey there guys, so today we have another review and this is another beer from Evil Twin. This is Liquid Double Fudge, 12% Imperial Stout. Even though it's called Double Fudge, I don't believe there's any chocolate or anything in here. It just says Imperial Stout. Usually they add like Imperial Stout with, if it's with other ingredients. It's brewed at Two Roads in Connecticut. And interesting thing about this beer, 12% Imperial Stout, it comes out at around $7 retail. So it is a dangerous beer. I believe Gepe is literally trying to kill people with Imperial Stouts. The 4-packs of, I've done reviews of them and the Cuvée of Imperial Biscotti Break and Even More Jesus are, what is it, $11.50 retail. So a bomber, 12% beer, $7, really? Wow. Beer pours out dark as hell, which is awesome. It pours out like motor oil. No light coming through in that. And then obviously just pitch black in the glass. And then it sometimes gets reflected by the head. A really nice dark brown head on that. Wonderful carbonation. Let's get the aroma on this. Ooh, wow. It smells like Evil Twin. Big fan of the Evil Twin Stouts. Man, this big beer. Wow. Dark fruit, tons of dark chocolate. Maybe a touch, wonderful kind of like roast quality, but it also has a good amount of sweetness to it. It smells like a beer that's going to have a good residual kind of sweetness and just smells like it's going to be sludgy. Sort of get the pour, and it looks very oily and thick. Yeah, you get a little bit of like anise and licorice flavor. It reminds me a little bit of Even More Jesus. Definitely does, yeah. Reminds me of Even More Jesus. Cheers. Wow. If I had to guess, I would guess that this was Even More Jesus. Obviously, they're probably different. I should have a can over there, but it's not cool, chilled at all. But very much tastes like that beer. If you are a big fan of Even More Jesus, you're going to love this beer. It's just a huge Imperial Stout. It reminds me of Lil B. It's just like in that kind of Evil Twin vein of just humongous 12% Imperial Stouts, and they're awesome. Not for the kind-hearted kind of beer drinker. This is a big beer. Whoa. Insane mouthfeel, coating, medium plus to full. You get actually a little bit of alcohol in the back end, but in general, you're hit with a good amount of chocolate, milk chocolate, dark chocolate, a little bit of coffee roast, familiar flavors, and then on the back end, you get this wonderful kind of like just like sitting on your tongue, just like having like dark chocolate syrup being poured on your tongue, and it's just staying there. It has a wonderful kind of dessert flavors, but there's a little bit of hot bitterness on the finish, or roast and hot bitterness on the finish that sort of dries out the beer, offers a little bit more bitterness to counteract that intense sweetness that this beer has. As I drink it more, big punches of dark fruit as well. I was watching Rich's World Beer Tour. Wonderful amounts of dark fruit on this one. You get a little bit of cherry, a little bit of plum jumping out. Raisin. A little bit of sweet raisin, a little bit of this booziness, which is actually really nice. Alcohol is not always the best character you want in your beers, but this one helps. This alcohol sort of jumps up on the palate, scrubbing away at that intense sweetness, and it really helps dry out the beer a little bit. So the alcohol in this beer works very well. Awesome beer. Wow. Again, I wish I'd had Even More Jesus right next to it, but I think it's very close. It's right in that vein. And both beers are 12%. So I'd be surprised if the recipes weren't similar. As for rating, hey, just incredible. Forget the name. Forget Liquid Double Fudge. Just call it Evil Twin Amazing Imperial Stout. Really good stuff. Rating would be something close to Even More Jesus. So let's go something like a 98. Amazing stuff. Let's go with the 98. Clean 98. It's hard to get better at 12% for plain Imperial Stout. Amazing stuff. This is Evil Twin's Liquid Double Fudge. Absolutely love it. Please grab some.